But again, shaping or forming the object has not only the positive significance that the bondsman becomes thereby aware of himself as factually and objectively self-existent. This type of consciousness has also a negative import in contrast with its moment, the element of fear. For in shaping the thing, it only becomes aware of its own proper negativity, existence on its own account, as an object through the fact that it cancels the actual form confronting it. But this objective negative element is precisely alien external reality, before which it trembled. Now, however, it destroys this extraneous alien negative, affirms and sets itself up as negative in the element of permanence, and thereby becomes for itself a self-existent being. In the master, the bondsman feels self-existence to be something external, an objective fact. In fear, self-existence is present within himself. In fashioning the thing, self-existence comes to be felt explicitly as his own proper being, and he attains the consciousness that he himself exists in its own right and on its own account, an und für sich. By the fact that the form is objectified, it does not become something other than the consciousness molding the thing through work. For just that form is his pure self-existence, which therein becomes truly realized. Thus precisely, in labor, where there seem to be merely some outsider's mind and ideas involved, the bondsman becomes aware through this rediscovery of himself by himself, of having and being a mind of his own. C. The formative process of self-enfranchisement. For this reflection of self into self, the two moments, fear and service in general, as also that of formative activity, are necessary, and at the same time both must exist in a universal manner. Without the discipline of service and obedience, fear remains formal and does not spread over the whole known reality of existence. Without the formative activity shaping the thing, fear remains inward and mute, and consciousness does not become objective for itself. Should consciousness shape and form the thing without the initial state of absolute fear, then it has a merely vain and futile mind of its own. For its form or negativity is not negativity per se, and hence its formative activity cannot furnish the consciousness of itself as essentially real. If it has endured not absolute fear, but merely some slight anxiety, the negative reality has remained external to it. Its substance has not been through and through infected thereby. Since the entire content of its natural consciousness has not tottered and shaken, it is still inherently a determinate mode of being, having a mind of its own. Der Eigensinn is simply stubbornness, Eigensinn, a type of freedom which does not get beyond the attitude of bondage. As little as the pure form can become its essential nature, so little is that form considered as extending over particulars. A universal formative activity, an absolute notion, is rather a piece of cleverness which has mastery within a certain range, but not over the universal power, nor over the entire objective reality.